Welcome to part 2 of my personal favorite method of multiplying 2-digit by 2-digit numbers. The reason that I said that I like this one the best is because it really fosters a good sense of your numbers. It gets us estimating, and when I am multiplying in my head, this is what I do, and it's likely that mums and dads and grandmas, grandpas use this method as well, just without writing it down. So we're going to look at another number. We'll look at 74 times 32. So we can write this vertical or horizontal. It really doesn't matter as long as we are multiplying every number by every number. So I like to keep track of which ones I'm working on. So I'm going to underline this 2. I'll start here. That was a really ugly underlining job. Okay, so we're going to look at that 2 first. So we need to multiply the 2 by both 70 and by 4. So I'll start 2 times 70 first. 2 times 70. 7 times 2 is 14. Add the 0. I am not going to do this work on the side any longer. If you need to review multiplying multiples of 10, there's another video for that. Or let me know if you need some extra practice with that or you need some extra help with that one. But 2 times 70 is 140. We've multiplied the 2 and the 7, so now, 2 and the 70. So let's multiply the 2 and the 4. 2 times 4 is 8. I'm going to forget about this 2. I've actually multiplied it by everything that I need to, so I can kind of pretend it doesn't exist anymore. And now we're going to multiply that 30. Notice I said 30 and not 3. And there's a reason for that. That 30 is disguised as a 3 because at one point there was a digit back here. There still is a digit back there. We're just ignoring it. And so we can actually consider that to be a 0 because we've already taken care of the 2. So we're going to multiply 30 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. And 1, 0, because it was 30, and that 4 is a 1. It's in the 1s column. We don't need it anymore. So the second last step, I suppose, is to multiply that 30 times 7. 30 times 70. 30 times 70, 30 times 70, 30 times 70. Don't mess up like I just did. I hope you caught that. So we have 3 times 7 is 21. So 30 times 70 is 2,100. We've multiplied that 30 by everything that it needs to be multiplied by. Never, ever, 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 ever multiply these 2 digits together because it's all one number. You don't need to. Don't make it more complicated. Now we're going to add 8 and 0, and 0 and 0 is 8. 0 and 2 and 4 is 6. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 is 3 and 2. So in another color, I'm going to go over to the side because I want to check my answer. I want to make sure that it is reasonable, but I don't want to redo the whole question over again. So our first question, or our original question was 74 times 32. So I want to make sure that it is reasonable. So what I'm going to do is multiply the first digits together. So I'm going to pretend that 4 doesn't exist because it's not a 5 or higher, so we would round it down anyway. Same with the 2. So I want to know what is 70 times 30. 3 times 7, 21. And since it's 70 and 30 and not 7 and 2 and 3, we have 2 zeros. So that 4 and the 2, it's not that they don't matter, it's just that they're small, and I'm just trying to get an estimate. I want to have as little work as possible as I am doing my estimation. So this is front end estimation. So according to this, it should be bigger or greater than 2,100. Our answer should be. If we look over here, we know that 2,368 is larger or is greater than 2,100. So we know that we are pretty close. This is a reasonable example. I'll do one more with this strategy, and then if you need additional help, additional practice, you'll need to let me know. And like I said, I like this strategy the best because it lets us know if we get an answer that's totally off, it's very obvious to us. So if we were to look back at this this question that we just did, let's say that we forgot this one over here. So we had a 2 or a 2,068. We knew that our answer needed to be greater than 2,100. This one is less, and so we know that we have a mistake somewhere in here. We'll do one more example. So go 38 times 99. 38 times 99. So we can write it in a couple different ways. I'm going to keep this one horizontal this time, just to show that we don't have to write it vertically for it to still make sense to us. Let's do the estimation first. So I chose some digits that were quite large. This 8 is quite large, this 9 is quite large. So we know that if we were to just do front end estimation, if we were to multiply 30 times 90, that would be quite a bit lower than 2,700. Where did that 2,700 come from? I multiplied this 30 and then 90. 3 times 9 is 27. So 30 times 90 is 2,700. And so it's going to be quite a bit lower. So what we can do is, since we would round these numbers up, we can round them. I'm going to write this down just so you can see, and then I'm going to erase it. 38 is pretty close to 40. 99 is extremely close to 100. 40 times 100. 4 times 1. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be somewhere between 2,700 and 4,000. Now, which one would be more likely, or which one's going to be a closer estimate? It would be the 4,000, because these numbers, they're pretty big. I'm going to leave this up. I'm just going to erase the bottom part so we can do this question and see if our estimate is correct. So 30 times 90, we already said, 2,700. 30 times 90. We'll go 30 times 9 next. We'll go 8 times 90. Oops. 8 times 90. And then finally 8 times 9. And we can add them up. So in this strategy, it does not matter in what order you do this. If you watch the last one, you'll know that I started from one side into the other, but as long as you're multiplying each digit by each digit, you are fine. 3 zeros and a 2. 2, 14, 16. There's a 1 up. So our answer that we have just discovered is 3,762. So if we look at our estimation, we said that this number was going to be somewhere between 2,700 and 4,000 and closer to 4,000. So were we correct? Of course we were correct. like I said, this one takes a little bit of practice, but it is, this is something that we do need to develop. So out of all the strategies, this is one that we definitely do need to learn, and then you can make some choices with the other ones. So hopefully this helped a little bit and you feel confident practicing. And like I said, if not, we'll definitely use some more time to work on this. See ya later.